Trust me, this will be the best hair transplant video in YouTube. And yes, the simple fact is, you can get your hair back.
Now I look like Rocky Balboa.
I'm back and I'm bald now. I need this video to be like an explanation of why my next couple of months will be me almost looking like this. It's because I got a hair transplant surgery in Turkey. Should you do it? What remedies did I take before? Did I need it really? In this video I will answer all of your questions. I did a couple of years of research. I took every supplement there is, and I watched about 1,000 hours of videos of people doing the same thing. And none of these videos explained what did they do before. How was the surgery? How was the procedure? There was none of those all in one videos. So this is my aim. I will make a video that will explain everything from ground zero. Years of research and
knowledge.
Exactly. Different products that will never work, struggle over the years, and finally the surgery with some graphical content. Discretion advised. I will definitely inform when I'm going to show you some of my pictures and videos. I will go through everything step by step. What was the feeling? Was I awake? Was I not? As you can see, I'm quite swollen at the moment. Well, it's about 5 days after the surgery. Today is the 5th day. And everything here is quite swollen, especially under my eye, because I will explain why later, but it feels like I'm seeing my cheek. So I started losing my hair when I was about 20. It went slowly, but firmly. At first, it kind of started to go away from the sides. I think it's called widow's peak, like this McDonald's sign. So when I was about 27, that's like 7 years ago, I really wanted to grow my hair back. At least have the fluffiness and suppleness as it used to. I started taking vitamins, well I take them anyways. Biotin and stuff, nothing really worked. I mean, the hair I had grew faster, but where I've lost them, it never grew back. So for me, it didn't really help because I don't need fast growing hair. I need growing hair overall. So it doesn't help me when I have rastas on my nutsack. I want these back on the top of my head. I also chose a lot healthier lifestyle, different foods, different shampoos, all natural and with berries and fruits and stuff. Oh, of course, whale's placenta. Derma rollers, I did it all. It doesn't work. It doesn't work really. It might stall the process, but the process will not stop. For the past 1.5 years, even 2 years I think, I used minoxidil. I chose a hairspray branded under the name of Rogaine. That stuff really works. Every product that has minoxidil in works. Where you have hair, it will produce nice, thicker result with healthier hair, stronger hair. And good thing is that minoxidil itself doesn't have any side effects. You need to spray it on your scalp every morning and every evening. Never spray in the middle of the day if you forgot the morning and so on. You just learn the rules. This stuff really works. It might smell bad, it will make your head itch a lot. In 3 to 7 weeks you will shed all your hair, so you look almost bald. But in 3 months your hair will grow back stronger than ever. But you won't get hair on places that you've already lost them. There is also this chemical called finasteride, something. Which comes with plenty of side effects, and I didn't want to use it. I mean, if you feel totally miserable, it's pointless to have nice hair. So for me, that wasn't an option. Everything that kinda messes with your hormones, pills and shit, there's no point. Better shave it off. But a few months ago, I ran out of Rogaine, my go-to medicine. I lost about 70% of my hair in 2 months. This was me on the operation day. I mean, it looks hideous. I never had that few hair. Ever. So that was about 3-month mark going off Rogaine. It looks like some apocalyptic extinction on top of my head. So I had to wear a cap in my last 4 or 5 videos. Because every time that the skylight showed on top of my head shined. So I saw how few hair I had left. But believe me, you don't want to be a slave of medication for the rest of your life. It all comes down to how much are you willing to spend. By coming to this eventual conclusion that this shit ain't worth money or worth depending upon. So I decided to do a hair transplant surgery, while I still had some blood flow left on the top of my head. But I think that if you really want to get your hair back, then it's best to subscribe for this channel. I've heard that 9 people out of 10 who have subscribed have received a full set of hair. There are 3 reasons why you will lose your hair. First is genetics. It's just in you. Those hairs are programmed to leave. Usually, they're programmed to live on top of your head. Second reason is alopecia, which is basically an autoimmune disease, which some can be cured and some not. You will just have to live with it. And the third reason is higher testosterone levels. I did all the tests, genetics and stuff, and saw dermatologists and everything. I did the blood work. So I'm in between all of those three. It's mostly genetics for me. All these doctors recommended me shots. Plasma shots and everything, and vitamins, everything I've already taken. So there was no point to redo this for me. So they only basically wanted to shill me their shit. Or accept the fact of life. But as always, you need to learn to know better. Technology has evolved, and something that seemed impossible to obtain, or obtained only by the rich, is nowadays available for everyone. And yes, the simple fact is, you can get your hair back. So you see hair on the sides, genetically, have programmed to last for a lifetime. And if you use those hairs with different genetic code, you can replant them like trees. So I decided to go to Turkey, like all my brothers and their grown-up children. I was recommended to go to Turkey, as did they, with miraculous results, I might add. They have the world's leading doctors and technology in there. And the best part is they have experience. They do 50 surgeries a week in one clinic. Talking about professionalism, I think it's even higher standard than flying is. In Turkey, it seems like it's a tattoo parlor. Tens and tens of clinics everywhere. You can do your breasts and hair and noses and whatever. I saw a lot of people who have done some work. The clinics don't ask that much money there, compared to surgeons in Sweden and Philippines and places like that. So the main question I got before I went was that whose hair are they going to use? Your own. They need to use your own hair, otherwise the body won't accept them. And the hair is taken from the back of your head. For me, the donor area was basically the back of my head. You can do another, I think, 1 or 2 surgeries more if you need to fill out some blanks. Because those hair I already had, like you saw in my previous picture, they will fall out eventually. So I need to cover those holes in the future maybe. So even the baldest man has hair in their sides and back. That's your donor area. They say you can also use some hairs from the lower part of your beard. The technology is called FUE. Follicle unit extraction. And there is this new technology as well that uses sapphire blade. It's called sapphire FUE. That is what I received. It's basically replantation tool which uses different blade to cut into your scalp to inject the hair follicle. It causes a lot less damage, which means that your hair will heal quicker. Not your hair, your scalp. No one in their right mind ever does skin grafts anymore. It's the one that Joe Rogan got. It's like they cut a C shape from your back and then plant it in front of your head. This is barbaric. It's ancient technology, luckily. You will have a scar for the rest of your life otherwise, and also you will have a numbness in the back part where this huge piece of skin is taken. So this technology is no-go. It's not how things work nowadays. So what to expect when you go to Istanbul to make this surgery? First, you choose your clinic. Then you send them your pictures. Some at the side, some at front, some on top. Usually those clinics communicate with you through WhatsApp. After they have received the pictures, they will quote your price and ask when you want to come. You will then book your flight tickets and inform them about the time when you're arriving. They will usually give you a time window. This could be a week, this could be the next day even, or in a few months. The workflow kind of feels weird because I never used WhatsApp. This is basically the only reason I downloaded it, to communicate with the doctors. So you're talking to the operator. Operator is the guy who is responsible for communication between clinics and yourself. For me, it felt kind of weird because, I mean, talking through an app with someone who says that I'm going to do a surgery on you. It kind of felt, you know, not normal. But this is the way how things really work there. And it's easy, it's simple, it's quite fast. So then you will buy your tickets and fly there. Well, first day, they will pick you up from the airport and take you to your hotel. So the second day, the driver will pick you up and take you from your hotel to the location of the surgery in the clinic. You're also provided with a translator, because in many clinics, and in most places they don't speak English. So the translator is basically the link between you and the doctor and everyone else who's doing the procedure. The main doctor will examine you. Well, mine was like heavy-handed guy who drew the line on my forehead, which will be the new line of my hair. This is it. At the moment, this is it. I was happy with it. You can choose, no, I want to go lower, or no, I want to go higher. You can do that, but why? I mean, the doctor knows best because he knows what will suit your face better, the shape of your face better. Then you will be taken by a different doctor who will take your blood and shave your hair. This blood is used for the plasma shots you will receive before the implantation. This will make your head accept the hair better and, boost the growth. After being shaved, this was my first time to see if I look like an idiot when I'm bald or not. Luckily, I look okay. Some people have different head shapes and might feel subconscious about their looks when they're bald. So the main question I always received was, when I was thinning, just shave it off. Why don't you just shave it off? Well, after having 33 or 32 years of voluptuous hair, I didn't want to give them up so easily, nor did I know how I would look like when I'm bald. So going bald naturally, especially the phase when you're in between, seemed really scary to me. And my thesis was that I would rather take the extra mile and do whatever I can to get my hair back. Even if I want to go bald in the future, at least I've tried everything. I mean, if you lose a tooth, would you also want to put it back to chew food? You probably would. If you lose a thumb or something, you want to put it back as well. I mean, what's the difference? You say that you're not going to use it. Well, my ego is using my hair. So basically the surgery begins when you're taken to the operating room and you are asked to lie down face down. You're prepped for the surgery as you have several doctors walking around. One of them put nice music from their phone. It was like, something like that. Oh shit, that's racist. So then they will give you local anesthesia shots. Those I think are the most painful thing in the surgery overall. It can't be pleasant when someone is sticking a needle in the back of your head and shooting you there, you know. For me, this was, I think, the most painful overall experience in there. Not in life, definitely. And in a few seconds, after like the second or third shot, they will do it like side to side, so they're slowly going into the circle to the back of your head to get the area covered, which they're going to use as a donor area. After like third shot, you don't feel that much pain anymore. I mean, it's a different place every time, but still the numbness kind of oozes everywhere. So you feel less and less painful every other shot. So in 2 minutes, I didn't feel anything. You could drill or hit me with a hammer. It was numb, totally. So then they started extracting hair follicles. This felt like someone was shaving a kiwi, like this scraping sound. I didn't feel it, but I heard it. It was so close that I knew that this was my head that was being scraped. But yeah, this scraping sound, like sk, 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 sk. So depending on the amount of grafts they're taking from the back of your head. In my case, it was 4,500. Warning, if you have a weak stomach, please skip 10 seconds now. This is the tray of my hair. This is how it looks like when they have extracted the hair follicles. And they are neatly put onto this tray. It looks like bacon slices. I think the most difficult part of the extraction phase is your positioning. I mean, you lie face down in this massage kind of table. You have the hole inside the headrest. But you need to kind of bend your head for them to get more from the side and from the bottom. So you're like squeezed into the chair. Your chin is kind of squeezed into the chair all the time. And you need to turn here and there. But I mean, it doesn't take that long. You will manage, you will survive, that's okay. But it is uncomfortable, to be honest. You don't feel the procedure, but like forcing your head in some directions for me was just uncomfortable. But anyways, you are fully awake for the whole procedure. In my case, it took about, I think, 7 hours, 45 minutes, let's say 8 hours. But after 2.5 hour mark of the extraction, my bladder got full. I drink a lot of water, usually. I try to get a pint down every morning. And this really started to kick in now. And I mean, I needed to piss so bad. It was like the worst I've ever felt. I even informed doctors that I need to go. They said in 10 minutes. I said, okay, I will try to hold it in. Okay. In, I think 15 minutes, they told me another 5 minutes. And I was like squeezing my legs and knees together. I was like, please, make it fast. I'm here. I'm ready to piss my pants. In 2-minute mark, they said that, I'm sorry, we can't cut the procedure at the moment because my head is leaking with tissue juices and blood, and they can't bandage me up in the middle of the process. So I needed to wait some few more minutes. Good news is they started to work like crazy. They bring extra forces in. It was like SWAT team coming down the ceiling. Everyone was like getting those hairs. That was miraculous. But after like 5 to 7 minutes in, I was ready to burst. I was in the verge of pissing everywhere. Doctor's face and my nozzle goes here and there. But they finished luckily on time. I was still under the influence of anesthesia. So I kind of tried to sit upright as they bandaged my neck and the back of my head area, and I tried to stand up to go to the bathroom, and my knees and legs were so weak. I tried to walk, so I crawled using walls as my leverage, and then when I went to the bathroom, I needed to wait. I kind of needed to wait until it, started to come, because I was so getting used to holding it in, and they said like, oh, time is ticking, please come back, we need to do this and that. So I was like praying, please God, let the nozzle go. Luckily, I managed to do all the things there. No problem. After that, I felt like I was on top of the world. High as a kite and on top of the world. That was lovely. So I went back, but this time on my back. Much more comfortable, let me tell you this. So this time they prepped me for implantation procedure. There were about 4 to 5 doctors there who took turns listening to music, humming like and then just, sticking those follicles in. But the prepping goes like this. Not only will they give you another local anesthesia circle around your forehead and the implantation area, after this they will inject you with sodium solution or something that will make your head swell up. Not much, but you will look like an alien a bit, because they need to make room for the follicles to be closer, tighter together when your head starts, going back to normal. But trust me, you won't feel a thing. You will feel that they are kind of trying to get the sodium solution to go everywhere, so your head will be like kind of fat. Here is the picture of me after the injections. Viewer discretion advised. Yes, this is me on the table. Basically, my head is a bit swollen, already follicles taken out from the back of my head, but ready to be implanted in the new place. Then 2 doctors came and started the implantation process. This truly felt something like you are being hit with a water pistol, like squirting water on top of your head. Like this sound, kind of weird watery sound. And every time I heard this sound, this was a revelation that, yes, I have hair there now. But truly, it's not a water pistol, it's the sound your head makes when it's being punctured with a sapphire blade. It wasn't as scary anymore as it was in the beginning, because I was slowly getting used to the room and the people around me. You see, going to foreign country, being around people who don't understand you, doing a procedure that you've only read about or watched videos about, a surgical procedure, this really frightened me a bit. I mean, no one in Estonia performs this thing, and that's why I was afraid that why aren't they doing this here? Why I need to go to some weird country to do this? It felt like I was like in a cellar maybe somewhere downstairs, getting my cybernetics implantation. I don't know. At the beginning it felt weird, but they were professionals. Everything went smoothly. So after about 6.5 hour mark, 2 hours after the implantation had started, I developed an urge to pee again. It hit me hard, and I knew that a similar scenario will be playing out. I informed the doctors right away, but luckily about 30 minutes of suffering, they let me pee. They bandaged me up a bit, put a shower cap on top of my head, and this time it was easier. So please, pick your pisses, okay? Don't drink as much in the morning, or, just prep yourself. But yeah, the second time it kind of even was worse, because I started to twitch, like, I need to go so bad, so the surgeons had no other chance to let me go. So skip the pint in the morning is my suggestion. At 7 hour and 50-minute mark, they switched off the lights, letting only the operating table spotlight expose my head. This is the part where they started taking photos, and I knew that this was the home stretch. After taking pictures, they came to me and said, "Operation done. The donor area gets patched up, but your implantation area stays exposed. So you need to take care of that. You will get shampoos, you will get all the lotion you need. You also get antibiotics, you get healing accelerators, also steroids, anti-inflammatory pills, and some painkillers." I didn't need any painkillers. I felt happy. I felt relieved. I was dizzy, a bit slow. Doctors brought food for me, which I chose not to eat. Because, I had already plans. My girlfriend and my brother were waiting outside. We were going out together to eat. This was a mistake on my part, because I didn't calculate in the time it takes to ride through Istanbul and order food and wait for the food. So I kind of felt really sick and bad before getting some meal in me. So my recommendation is eat the hospital food as soon as possible. They also enforce that. Please do eat. You need to eat fast. So that was my mistake. So yeah, after about 40 minutes of driving and doing that is I think this was even worse than the operation itself. But as soon as I got my first kebab into my mouth, I felt 100 times better. First night, I think it's the most difficult one, because you need to kind of relearn sleeping. You get this pillow or something like this. They say that you can't sleep on your side. It's usually because the fluid in the head, not in, but on top of your head, will slowly start dripping down under your skin. So that means that's the inflammatory part you saw yesterday when I made the first section of the video. And now it's already better. So you kind of need to support the top of your head. It can't touch anything. First couple of days, definitely. So you need to pull your pillow down from the headrest and kind of try to sleep like this. So you're above the pillow itself. So your head has some room above the mattress. For me, I can't sleep on my back. So I had to be creative. I found a nice way to sleep on my side using a trick like this. Yeah, trust me, you will feel your jaw in the morning. And also the donor area, where they extracted your hair, will start leaking bad. Tissue juices and blood. You will slowly start feeling that it kind of soaks in the bandages and starts dripping down your spine. So my suggestion is to go to pharmacy before you get to the hotel, buy a lot more bandages and tape, and extra tape this area here. It needs to be like a diaper. And every time you feel that it's full and soaked, rip the DIY away and install a new one there. I mean, you will wake up anyways and discover that some has leaked everywhere. But my recommendation is also use hotel towels and put it on the C-shaped pillow. At least then you have some quick chances to dry it out as fast as possible. Here are some clips of me recovering my first night and I think the second night as well. So this is my second morning after the surgery. I woke up with less, how is it called? Tissue juice. It's liquid, graphical content here. A tissue juice from the back of the donor area. So it kind of leaks. You will leak. But the first night will be the worst. Then you need towels and shit. And you need to use this kind of thing as a pillow, because you can't sleep on normal pillows. You need to kind of pile it up and then use this. So your transplanted area will not touch the bed sheets nor the pillow itself. So you need to kind of... I found a way to sleep on my side because they wouldn't recommend it otherwise. But I kind of go like this. And this works for me at least. Anyway, feeling is good. Time for my morning pills. You want some morning pills? Get them pills! So it's the fourth day, well, fourth morning after surgery, and my swelling is here everywhere. I mean, no, I look like Rocky Balboa.
from Rocky 3.
Adrian! Today is the 4th day after the operation. It's about morning, and today I think I'm the most swollen I've ever been. Most of this kind of warm and not tingling, but this pulsating warm feeling is around my forehead and sides, and everything here is swollen. But I slept good. I slept without any bandages. So basically I slept on this again, and it was covered with a towel in case I leak again. And I've gotten used to sleeping on this pillow. You basically, first couple of weeks you need to cover your head while you sleep. Basically not cover, but make sure that it doesn't touch any pillows or the mattress itself. Feeling is good, but as I mentioned, today I'm feeling like stuffy a bit because of the head. It's so warm and hot, and especially when you go outside and the sun hits your head, you feel like you're a vampire out on daylight. You kind of feel like burning, especially on top of your head. So my plan today is kind of fit my cap on top of this band without it touching my newly crafted hair. But otherwise, 4th day. And I was told that on the 5th day the swelling should subside. So let us see. At least I got some good compliments from my friends, telling me that I look like a guy they wouldn't like to owe any money to, let's say. Okay, day 4th. Let's see what the day brings. So, what will happen in next 4 months? First 4 months will be the worst your hair looks. After 4th month, you will start getting density, you will start getting length and everything else. In 1 year, you have achieved the maximum result you will get from this operation. In the next month, I will grow about centimeter of hair on top of my head, and I will lose them very fast. They will all fall out. And this is supposed to happen. It's also part of the shedding phase. After that, new hair will grow, they will be stronger, and they will be there forever. I think around even Christmas, or at the end of the year, I should have a thin layer of new hair that will stay in place. So in my new videos, it will be interesting for you to watch. But I feel that I'm really happy that I did it already. Also, I got the knowledge that I don't look that bad when I'm bald. I saw Istanbul and traveled there. Yeah, I missed home, but I'm back now. And I really don't want to be in between getting bald and having hair. It's like one or the other. I want to be able to say that I tried everything. And this here is everything. I hope that this video helps you to come to the conclusion and my future video show you the results. But for me, 100%. I recommend it, 100%. And the most comforting part is that in a few months when I have full set of hair, I can say that this was the best decision in my life. After choosing my girlfriend and my home, of course. So the 3rd best decision of my life. Anyways, if you have any questions about the procedure, about my recovery, my whatever, feel free to write a comment down below. As I promised, this video will give you all the answers. That means that I will answer every question you have. Anyways, I'm SillyLlamaz and thanks for watching. Till next time.